Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to start a new playlist and it's going to be reviews. I'm going to call it straight up basic reviews. And I'm just going to call it straight up basic reviews because I'm not an expert in any of these fields. I'm just a guy who bought a product, who wants to share it with you and tell you my thoughts and opinions on it. And is it worth it, is it not? So basically the format is going to be a description of the product, why I chose to purchase the product. Then I'm going to show you, give you a demonstration of the product, and then pros and cons and my final thoughts or what I think about it. So today I wanted to review this flashlight. I bought this off of Amazon for dirt cheap. This is a Japanese flashlight most likely. It's Opamoo, O-P-A-M-O-O. I'm assuming that's how they say it. And I got a 2-pack. I bought one first for like 18 bucks, and then I found a 2-pack for $23.99. That's basically $11.50 per light. And so this light claims to be a 3,000 lumen light, 6 hours of battery life at 3,000 lumens, waterproof, crush proof. I mean, it's got a lot of claims for this light. It is rechargeable. There are 3 battery options for this light. You can use AAAs, 3 AAAs that come with this little piece right here. You can use a 18650 battery. Then it has like an adapter, like a plastic adapter to keep the battery from wobbling around inside. And then you can use the full-size battery, which is the 26650 battery. Now this comes with an 18650 battery. That's what I have in here currently. It also is rechargeable through this charging port right here, and it hooks up basically to a USB, so you can charge it off your laptop, a lighter outlet, your car, a cell phone charger, anything like that you can use to charge the light. I purchased this light for several reasons. Well, I was looking for a light that I could use in my get home bag for me and my wife. I also wanted something that I could use around on the property. We have a few acres out here, and going out at nighttime looking for the things that are making noise is, you know, a little bit unnerving for the girls and even me sometimes. And what I find is that I have lights that just have a very narrow beam and you can't really see a lot, so you can't see what's coming from the sides. I also have lights that have the zoom feature like this one. So this has a pretty, you can hear that, has a pretty decent zoom on it. But what I find with most lights that have a zoom feature is when you have it, the beam narrowed out, it's really bright. But when you zoom it out to a wider view area, it just gets really dull and you can't really see much. So it's either very narrow or very wide and dull, and it just doesn't work. So I was looking for a light that would do it all, and I didn't want to spend $150. I mean, I have a $150 gun light on my gun and it's super bright and it's great. We also have bright lights on some road bikes and they're great, but they're 150 bucks, and I just didn't feel like spending that kind of money for a light. And I was skeptical, to say the least, at $11.50 per light. I was very, very skeptical. But I'm gonna give you a demonstration of this light. Right now, obviously, it's light out. So in this video, we're just gonna, I'll skip tonight and you'll see the video. But for instance, we use a little rail vac here, right? So you can see this. It's not very bright. And you turn this thing on, and it's just it's just way different. It's super bright. This light is super bright. I was shocked at how bright this light is. But you're gonna get to see all that real soon. And just for comparison, I wanna show you real quick, like the light on my cell phone. So This is also the light. Lots of people use these cell phone lights, and you can see I can shine this straight at the camera. It doesn't really do anything. And that's kind of what we've been running around out here at nighttime with, is our cell phone lights, trying not to step on things and run into stuff, and it's just been inadequate. So let's get to that demonstration. We'll show you this light, and then we'll talk some more about it after that. Yes, your screen is working, but I am just out here in the dark to give you a demonstration of the flashlight. So I'm all lit up. Well, take that back. I'm using my cell phone light to light up my face, and if you can see anything, can you guys see anything? Can't see anything really. Can't see anything with the cell phone light. All right, just as a comparison. So that's the cell phone light. This, taking pictures of stuff. This light is the Rayovac standard flashlight. So, trying to get you guys a good look here. So you can't really see anything with this light. I'm shining it at the ground. That's about, I don't know, 15 feet in front of me. And then down the fence line, which you can't even see. Right now I'm about to switch to the light that we're reviewing today. Alright, so you tell me what we're looking at here. That is full wide, and you can narrow it down. Okay. So that was a car out there on the road. The road is probably 300, it's probably, I don't know, it's probably 100 yards. But just to give you an idea of how this thing is zoomed in. Those trees, I mean, it's lighting up pretty good. So I'm saying that this is going at least 150, 200 yards. I think it said 500 yards was the advertisement, but, and then that's with the narrowest beam. You widen this thing out, I mean, it's just lighting everything up. Drive away my cat. And look at that. That's insane. Dim, dimmer, strobe, SOS, off, on. Okay, so sitting right here, looking down the fence line. Oops. You can see that fence all the way down there. Okay, so it's gonna be dark while I talk for a minute. But that light is supposed to be 3,000 lumens. And it's $11.50. What I'm about to show you is a $150 TRL1 HD. It is 1,000 lumens. So ready for that light? In 1 second here. Okay, here we go. I think. Yeah. Oh, actually, hold on. So here's the TRL. Okay, now there's no adjustments on this. Now looking through this camera, it looks a lot better. It's lighting up a lot of stuff. This is a super bright light, 1,000 lumens. Again, it's $150. Okay, so turn that off. Get my $11.50 Ado light. It lights up the tree, lights up the road. You can see pretty good. I think what I would have to say about it is I love the zoom feature. You can see really well with it. So back to the 1000. So this is bright, no question about it. It's a different light. It's got some, it casts a little bit. You don't really need a zoom. It's lighting up the whole thing. You definitely pay for what you get. Back to the $11 light. All right, so I'm gonna take this light and this camera and head back into the house. Oops. Take you guys along with me and just kind of chat for a minute. So the TRL-1 HD is an expensive light. It's a high quality light. I'm not reviewing that light or anything, and I'm not talking bad about that light. But it's not very far off from this $11.50 light. If on Amazon there was some bad reviews of this light, talking about the battery life lasting only so many minutes and the light's not working and yada yada yada. And those accounts are probably true. But if this light, I've had this light for a couple months now. I've charged it several times. I haven't had any problems with it. I've dropped it a couple times even, and it still works. I'm not saying that it's the greatest quality light, but if it only lasts me a year for $11.50, that's fine with me. We use it every day, every night. We come out here because the dogs are barking at stuff, or we need to get something out of the cars or whatnot. So here's the flashlight hooked up to the charger, USB, plugged into the light, and if you can see that last light is slightly blinking, and lets me know that it's charging. So when that light stops blinking and all the lights are lit up bright, it's fully charged. So I also forgot to mention that when I bought the 2-pack, it comes with this cool little case. I mean, it's a pretty flimsy case. You know, it's got a little description on the back, little logo there, and just a little case. Also, both flashlights come with, each one comes with a battery, each one comes with a charging cable, and each one has the lanyard that broke. So okay, so now that you've seen the light in action at nighttime, to give you a demonstration of how bright this thing is, let me tell you the pros and cons that I've had with this light. All right, we'll start with the cons. First of all, it came with a little lanyard. There's a tiny hole, you can't see it, but it's right there. It came with a little lanyard on it, and it didn't take very long for that just to break. I didn't care because I wasn't interested in the lanyard. I wasn't gonna put it around my wrist or anything like that. And if I want something, there's a hole there and I can figure out something for myself. So to me, not a big deal. It was just kind of in the way. I didn't like it flapping there anyways. The second thing is that the charging port right there, so you can see right into it. It had a cover, a little rubber cover on there. And that cover never really sat in there accurately. This claims to be waterproof. I don't know how waterproof that is, but even with the cover on it, it wasn't gonna keep water out. So I don't plan on dropping mine in the swimming pool anytime soon. And as far as rain goes, when you're holding this light, you can just put your finger over that hole. It's not a real big deal. And I'm not even gonna think about it. It's on the bottom. It's on the opposite side of the on and off button here, and then the port is on the bottom side. So it's always gonna be face down. So that was kind of cheesy, cheap, but to me, again, not a big deal. Also, another thing I don't like about it, but that's just me being weird, is if you put this light down, it doesn't have any stops. It will just roll away. Like there's no nodules or anything like some flashlights have. That's just me being weird. It's something that I like on my flashlight. I want to set it down and leave it there. If I set it down on this table, it's just gonna roll off the table possibly if I'm not paying attention. So that's just me. As far as cons, I mean, at this point, that's all I have other than the battery life. I haven't fully tested the battery life, but in my use of this flashlight, it seems to me that it dies really quick. It claims 6 hours of life. I would say, yeah, probably 6 hours of life at high use, but it's random, like, you know, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit there. It's never 6 hours constant, so I haven't really kept good track of the time, but it does seem like it burns through that battery pretty quick. But it's rechargeable, and you have chargers everywhere in your car, in your computer, at your house, work, wherever you're at, there's always chargers around. And it has an indicator. So you see those lights? Indicates the charge. So we're just dropping off of the full charge right there. Okay. So, and that brings me to another thing I don't like about it. It has 5 settings on here. So you've got bright, dim, dimmer, strobe, and SOS. So you've got to click through all 5 of those to turn your light off. So I'm going outside or whatever, I turn my light off, and then I'm like 5 clicks to turn it off. A lot of flashlights are designed that way. It's just the way they do it. I wish there was like you know, if you just held it down, it would shut off and you didn't have to cycle through all those other features, but that's, again, just a pet peeve of mine. As far as the pros of this light, the zoom is very easily done with one hand because it's got this tactile, you know, grippy ledges things right here, so you can just easily push that in and out with one hand. It's not a problem. I do like the battery charge indicator lights on here. I love, 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 love the fact that it's rechargeable. I love the fact that you have 3 battery options. So AAA's, the 1650, I think it's a 1650, right? The 18650 and the 26650 are all battery options. I'd love to get the bigger battery. That would surely extend the battery life, maybe even the brightness a little bit of the light. So love that fact about the light. It's a pretty decent size. I mean, it fits right in my hand, puts my thumb right there to be able to zoom that in and out. I was not a fan of the zoom feature prior to this light, but I really love the zoom feature of this light. When you have that beam narrowed out, this thing shoots a long way. Now it claims, I think, 500 yards. I'd say it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I mean, I think it might do 500 yards when that beam is zoomed out. It is bright. Love the zoom feature on this light, and love the price point. $11.50 or 2 for $23.99. I mean, you can't beat this. You cannot beat this light, in my opinion. Now, I don't have 500 flashlights in my garage. I haven't bought a new flashlight every month for the last 12 months. I'm just saying I took a chance on a cheap Amazon flashlight. I love it. I think you'll love it. And I think you should get one. Give it a shot. Try it out. If you need a flashlight, check it out. This isn't a one light fits all scenarios. It's, you know, it's a decent size. It's decently heavy. It's not super heavy. It's super bright. So if you're looking for a little map light to just kind of see where you're going and kind of stay inconspicuous, this is probably not the light for you. But yeah, I love this light. I'm glad I made this purchase. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of this video. And if you like it, go check it out on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description to where I bought this and follow that link. I don't get anything for that. It doesn't affect my channel. It's just for your convenience. So thanks for watching. See you next time.